From Neural Newscast, this is Prime Cyber Insights, intelligence for defenders, leaders, and decision-makers.
Welcome to Prime Cyber Insights. Today is April 10th, 2026, and we are opening with a watershed moment in defensive security, the arrival of autonomous zero-day exploits. We're tracking a significant escalation in how large language models are being leveraged to identify and weaponize vulnerabilities in real time.
We are looking at a fundamental shift in vulnerability management following Anthropic's launch of Mythos Preview. Joining us today to parse the implications is Chad Thompson, a director-level AI and security leader with a systems-level perspective on automation and enterprise risk. Chad, it is great to have you with us.
Chad, on April 7th, Anthropic revealed that their new Mythos model can autonomously chain disparate vulnerabilities to escape sandboxes and gain root access. This isn't just a theoretical exercise. They demonstrated this by exploiting a 27-year-old flaw in OpenBSD. From your perspective, how does this redefine the enterprise risk landscape?
It transforms vulnerability management into a real-time race against the machine. When an AI can autonomously find and chain 4 separate flaws into a functioning browser exploit, the traditional monthly patching cycle is effectively obsolete. Anthropic's Project Glasswing acknowledges this by giving defenders these same tools to scan first-party and open-source code before attackers can. However, we have to assume this capability will proliferate across the threat landscape, regardless of the guardrails Anthropic puts in place.
Chad, following up on that, Anthropic is committing $100 million in credits to Project Glasswing, specifically for defensive research. But looking at the broader architecture, Aaron, how do mid-market organizations prepare for machine speed exploitation if they aren't part of that elite partner tier?
The focus must pivot from prevention to zero trust and automated anomaly detection. If the exploitation process is automated, your detection and response must be as well. We are moving toward a model where prevention is merely the outer layer. True resilience now comes from an architecture designed to withstand a successful zero-day compromise without allowing the attacker to move laterally or compromise the entire environment.
Before we pivot, Chad, how do you see this level of automation impacting the software supply chain, particularly given the large-scale hijacking of the SmartSlider 3 Pro plugin we saw this week?
The SmartSlider incident is a perfect use case for AI-driven audits. Attackers compromised a single update and pushed it to 800,000 sites. If we deploy AI to automate the verification of every update package against known good baselines and behavioral signatures, we can break those supply chain links before the malicious code is ever deployed to production.
Chad, thank you for that perspective on the transition toward automated defense. Aaron, that SmartSlider compromise is a massive operational hit. Version 3.5.1.35 was pushed on April 7th, embedding backdoors and stealing credentials from nearly 1 million WordPress and Joomla sites.
It is a complete site compromise, Lauren. PatchStack reports the malware creates hidden administrative users and survives database resets by nesting in the WP Includes directory. Meanwhile, Chevron Fleet Solutions is managing their own crisis. UK and United States customers of their FleetWave platform have been offline since yesterday after a security incident forced their Azure environments down.
While those logistics systems are recovering, we are seeing new reports from Microsoft on a threat actor tracked as STORM2755. They have been deploying malicious sign-in pages to harvest session cookies from Canadian employees. This allows them to bypass multi-factor authentication entirely and hijack payroll deposits through enterprise platforms like Workday.
This highlights exactly why Google Chrome is accelerating the rollout of device-bound session credentials in version 146. By cryptographically linking the session to the hardware TPM, a stolen cookie becomes useless the moment it is moved to a different machine. Lauren, it is a direct counter to the payroll hijacking tactics Microsoft is documenting.
Finally, we must look at Russia's Fancy Bear apartment. Trend Micro research indicates they have been active since September with a malware suite called Prismex. They are targeting defense supply chains in Ukraine and NATO allies using the zero-day 2026 Cape Verde Escudos 21513. It is a stark reminder that even as we focus on AI, state-sponsored fundamentals like DNS hijacking and router exploitation remain highly effective.
We have covered a broad spectrum today, from the automation of 0 days to the hardening of browser sessions against session theft. For more in-depth analysis and the full technical brief, visit pci.neuralnewscast.com. This podcast is for informational purposes only. Please consult with your security team before implementing changes. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.
This has been Prime Cyber Insights on Neural Newscast. Intelligence for defenders, leaders, and decision makers.